Hello and welcome to Games from Folktales, a podcast that mixes historical research and tabletop role-playing settings. I'm your host, Timothy Ferguson. This week, The Outlandish Knight. There's a song recorded in ancient poems, ballads, and the songs of the peasantry of England which details a serial killer. I think he may be a murderous lover, a sort of fairy we've described before in Realms of Power faerie. The recording which follows was released into the public domain by Rita Louise. Thanks to her and all of the people in her production team. I'll nip back in at the end with a few plot hooks. Statistics for a version of The Outlandish Knight will be on the blog that accompanies the podcast.
The Outlandish Knight. This is the common English stall copy of a ballad of which there are a variety of versions, for an account of which, and of the presumed origin of the story, the reader is referred to the notes on the Water o' Weary's Well in the Scottish Traditional Versions of Ancient Ballads, published by the Percy Society. By the term outlandish is signified an inhabitant of that portion of the border which was formerly known by the name of the Debatable Land, a district which, though claimed by both England and Scotland, could not be said to belong to either country. The people on each side of the border applied the term outlandish to the debatable residents. The tune to The Outlandish Knight has never been printed. It is peculiar to the ballad, and from its popularity is well known. An outlandish knight came from the Northlands, and he came a-wooing to me. He told me he'd take me unto the Northlands, and there he would marry me. Come, fetch me some of your father's gold, and some of your mother's fee, and 2 of the best nags out of the stable, where they stand 30 and 3. She fetched him some of her father's gold, and some of the mother's fee, and 2 of the best nags out of the stable, where they stood 30 and 3. She mounted her on her milk-white steed, he on the dapple grey. They rode till they came unto the seaside, 3 hours before it was day. Light off thy milk-white steed, and deliver it unto me. 6 pretty maids have I drowned here, and thou the 7th shall be. Pull off thy silken gown, and deliver it unto me. Methinks it looks too rich and too gay to rot in the salt sea. Pull off thy silken stays, and deliver them unto me. Methinks they are too fine and gay to rot in the salt sea. Pull off thy holland smock, and deliver it unto me. Methinks it looks too rich and gay to rot in the salt sea. If I must pull off my holland smock, pray turn thy back unto me, for it is not fitting that such a ruffian a naked woman should see. He turned his back towards her, and viewed the leaves so green. She catched him round the middle so small, and tumbled him into the stream. He droppèd high, and he droppèd low, until he came to the side. Catch hold of my hand, my pretty maiden, and I will make you a bride. Lie there, you false-hearted man, lie there instead of me. 6 pretty maids have you drowned here, and the 7th has drowned thee. She mounted on her milk-white steed, and led the dapple grey. She rode till she came to her own father's hall, 3 hours before it was day. The parrot, being in the window so high, hearing the lady, did say, I'm afraid that some ruffian has led you astray, that you have tarried so long away. Don't prattle, my pretty parrot, nor tell no tales of me. Thy cage shall be made of the glittering gold, although it is made of a tree. The king, being in the chamber so high, and hearing the parrot, did say, What ails you, my pretty parrot, that you prattle so long before day? It's no laughing matter, the parrot did say, but so loudly I call unto thee. For the cats have got into the window so high, and I'm afraid they will have me. Well turned, my pretty parrot, well turned for me. Thy cage shall be made of the glittering gold, and the door of the best ivory. End of The Outlandish Knight, read for LibriVox.org by Rita Louise.
And thanks again to Rita Louise and LibriVox. Some plot hooks. Is the parrot the same fairy as the knight, or a rival? Alternatively, the parrot could be a magical animal. It's clearly not a normal parrot. and it seems to value gold and ivory. Has the knight actually killed 6 women, and over what time period? It could just claim 6 to have the number 7 to conjure with in this story. If the women really did die, does this give the maiden the final girl virtue, found in tales of mythic Europe, and can their ghosts be summoned? Why this river? Is the knight a mortal giving sacrifices to something, and could that something still have designs on the maiden, such that she seeks out the Magi for aid? Statistics for the night will be found on the blog that accompanies the podcast. Your saga may vary.